exciting presentation, a very interesting industry that all of us must know of or need to know of. A very successful company that's listed and doing very well. So I'm going to hand over to do a presentation and tell you more about the company. And I think the guys are off, as I said, to the races, but they'll be here shortly afterwards and for the rest of the evening. And hope you enjoy the presentation.
Thank you. My name is Aaron Speech, and I'm the CEO and founder of EBET. Next slide. This is just a legal disclaimer. We're a Nasdaq publicly traded company. We trade under the ticker EBET as well. So just to give you background on the story so far, I founded the company with a group out of Las Vegas. Oh, next slide. With a group out of Las Vegas with the main goal of bringing a wagering platform to the millennial and Gen Z markets. Next slide. So if you know anything about the wagering industry, it's very difficult to get younger customers onto your platform, whether it's brick and mortar or it's the online industry. Brick and mortar solved this by including pool parties, nightclubs, entertainment industry to pull younger crowds in so they create great memories and then gamble there when they have more disposable income in the future. The online business really hasn't been able to crack that code yet. Next slide. So the first thing we needed to do was update the site design. If you look at sites like Bet365 or Pinnacle, they use spreadsheet-style betting systems. We wanted to create a one-click betting platform that allowed you to just easily be able to make a bet. So if you were new to sports wagering, it'd be very simple for you to execute a wager. The second thing we did is we decided we wanted to go after the esports market as our main focus. So that doesn't mean we don't offer sports and sports betting, but we put esports in esports characters on the front of our site instead of Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. Next slide. Slide after. If you look at the esports market, it's absolutely exploded. When I started the company, there was about 150 million total esports fans globally. Today, there's over 550 million esports fans globally. And 80% of those customers are between 18 and 35, which is really the key demographic when you want to attract somebody to a wagering site. Next slide. If you look at some of the actual tournaments that are being played today, their total prize pools are eclipsing standardized sports products. So Dota 2, the international, for example, the total prize pool was $41 million last year. If you look at the total prize pool for the Golf Masters, it was only $12 million. So this kind of tells you how much money and how much sponsorship is being poured into esports and really the future of what it can be. And if you take a look at the NFL, for example, right? The NFL had $64 billion wagered on it last year. The entire revenue of the NFL is $16 billion. There's 140 million global fans of the NFL. There's 550 million fans of esports. So we launched the product in Brazil and Philippines. Oh, next slide. We got 60,000 customers in the first 4 years. And we decided that we needed to go after the odds and modeling around esports because it just wasn't up to snuff. If you're familiar with companies like Sports Radar and BetGenius, what they do is they use algorithms and top quants to really come up with the odds for football, NFL, MLB, basketball, but nobody was really doing this for esports. So you would see a huge outliers in the esports industry when you were trying to place bets, and it wasn't really fun for the customer. We actually IPO'd in April of last year. We raised $20 million in our initial IPO, and then we raised an additional follow-on of $80 million, which we used to acquire a company called Aspire Global, which was also a publicly traded company. In that acquisition, we got 1.2 million deposited customers. 70% of those customers were between 18 and 4 years old, which is exactly the demographic we wanted. 2 billion in annual wagers, and 80 million euro run rate globally. Next slide. In our last quarter, we reported $19 million in total revenue, up 167% from the previous quarter. And we're projecting $70 million in fiscal year 2022, but our run rate is $84 million for the total calendar year. Next slide. So like I said before, we're creating new technologies for the esports wagering business and for sports betting products. The first was the odds and modeling, which I just discussed, and the second is our browser bets technology. Next slide. So our odds and modeling product is really going to bring esports odds in line with traditional sports. When you place a bet on traditional sports, your spread's going to be between 3.5% and 5%. On esports, they're getting absolutely ripped off, and the spreads are between 8 and 11%, and that's not a good thing. It might make more money for the sports book, but because it's not as fun for the customer, they don't keep coming back. At the end of the day, a wagering product is an entertainment product, and if the product is not entertaining, your customer won't come back. Next slide. So how are we solving this? We have 7 quants and mathematicians that we have dedicated to the esports modeling project. And this product is fully launched now, and we have the best odds in the industry, and are running odds between 5 and 5.5%, which is leading the industry by 3 basis points. Next slide. And one of the solutions that we're using this product for is on the B2B side. Because land-based casinos want younger customers in their door, we are now supplying our odds to land-based casinos so that they can attract the customers that they're looking for. Next slide. Our second product is browser bets. This is an innovative patented technology that really allows the consumer to have frictionless wagering. So there are billions and billions of dollars spent every single day to keep your eyes on Netflix, YouTube, Amazon. We don't want to compete with those eyes. We don't want to pull people away from those websites. So what have we done? We created a browser extension that allows you to download it right from our website. You log into it, and then anytime there's a video playing with a sporting event, whether you're on NFL Sunday Ticket, UEFAChampionship.com, or MLB.com, you're going to be able to actually just bet directly in the video browser. This product is set to launch in August. What this is going to do is it's going to allow the customer to bet way more frequently on live bets, and to not pull their attention away from the sporting event that they're watching. And we don't want to have any distraction for the customer. So we set an overlay that they can easily hide away when they're watching the sporting event, and then they can open it back up, place their bets, and then hide it again. Next slide. And then the future of our products. So we're launching NFT and crypto wagering products, and I'm going to present one of those to you today. And we are also developing product for Web 3.0 and the metaverse. And I think you can kind of understand what kind of products we would develop for that. Metaverse casinos, live casinos, slot machines, and those projects are in development for 2023. So in summary, we have 84 million run rate in total revenue for this year, 1.25 million deposited customers, and we've fully launched our odds and modeling product. Our browser bets technology is set to be out in August. That's it. And now I'm going to show you a short video of a new product that we're launching in January.
Explode in a huge bout of shrapnel, and you wouldn't be able to do anything else during your race. Formula One have very cleverly worked this out. So you have the first selection.
Welcome to the Coin Raceway, where you can bet on real-time fluctuations in cryptocurrency. Today, we have 12 coins in the mix. Place your bets on which coin you think will have the highest increase in value over the set period of time. In the 1 position, we have Bitcoin coming in at 11 to 1. 2 position, Ethereum at 7 to 2. 3 is Chainlink, one of the favorites, at 3 to 1. 4th position is Binance at 6 to 1. 5th position is Cosmos at 9 to 1. 6 is Polygon at 9 to 2. 7 is Solana at 13 to 1. 8 is Avalanche at 5 to 1. 9 is the long shot, Litecoin at 28 to 1. 10 is Dogecoin at 3 to 1. 11 is Polkadot at 8 to 1. 12 is Shiba, rounding up the group at 3 to 1. Taking a look at the exacta payouts, Litecoin with Cosmos is paying out $1,129.60 on a $2 bet, and Polkadot and Bitcoin together pay out $378.80. Next race starts in 30 seconds. Just 30 seconds to place your bets. Let's look at the trifecta payouts. Lots of big payouts here for a $2 trifecta bet, with the largest payout being $17,364.70. Last chance to place your bets. Which coin will take the race? your bets. And they're off. Shiba broke sharply with Solana not far behind. And now Solana sets the pace, followed by Shiba, with Dogecoin moving through in between horses. Binance is next on the outside in fourth, with Cosmos at the back of the field. The pace continues to be strong as they head to the turn. It's Solana still leading the way, with Shiba in second and Dogecoin in third. Dogecoin is moving through on the inside, with Solana still leading the pack by a length. Polygon is making a move on the outside, taking second. Solana continues to lead the way, with Polygon a half length behind. Dogecoin in third and Shiba in fourth. And they're into the stretch, with Solana still holding on, with Polygon not far behind and Dogecoin in third. Polygon makes his move on the outside. Solana is in front, with Polygon bearing down. It's Solana and Polygon. Can Polygon get there? Here's the wire. Solana is the winner, with Polygon in second and Dogecoin in third.
Thank you. You can pause it. Okay, so what you guys just witnessed there was a real-time cryptocurrency race. So what it is, it's virtual horses, but instead of having a virtual horse race where it's an algorithm that decides the race, what we do is we open the round for 5 minutes, and then we run a race for 2 minutes. And so if the race starts at 12, between 12 and 12:02, what determines the horse winner is the price action movement upwards. And whoever has the best price action movement upwards wins the race, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. You can bet on just a single horse, you can bet on exactas, trifectas, perfectas, and this allows people to bet on cryptocurrency in a different way, right? Most people that, invest in cryptocurrency, they're placing bets on it. Really, it's gambling for the people that are not sophisticated. So this is another avenue for them to gamble on cryptocurrency and have significantly higher returns, because you can put a $2 bet on a trifecta and win $17,000. This is a B2B product that we're launching globally. This is not a website that we're going to be launching, CryptoDerby.com. This is a product that we want to be in as many casinos as possible. This is what we see as a B2B casino product that will API into the Bet365, DraftKings, Pinnacle, and they just add it as another product. And the reason why we want to do it that way is because then you get the global pot much bigger. This is a pari-mutuel product. There's no risk in it. It's 19% rake, so the profits on it are huge, and there's no risk for the actual gambling provider themselves to take a loss on it. And we're extremely excited about this. This is what we see as the future of what we call fintech betting. We can do this with cryptocurrencies, we can do this with stocks, we can run Nasdaq companies against each other, S&P companies against each other, we can run commodities against each other. And then we also have other products that are crypto versus crypto, so Bitcoin versus Ethereum in traditional style betting, which is odds-based and does have more risk. But we're also working on the odds and modeling for crypto and stock wagering as well, head-to-head. Thank you, everybody. If you guys have any questions.
You got an edge. It's funny too if you think of what happened yesterday, right? So Luna 2 comes, shoots out of the gate, and then round in the corner, shits the bed, right? It's funny.
Yeah,
it's very good.
And we run these races every 10 minutes for infinity. So that it's not like a horse race where you can only run the races for 3 or 4 hours. You have a certain amount of races. They run once every 40 minutes. This we can run for infinity. Currently, virtual horse racing is a multi-billion-dollar business right now, and all that is it's fully luck. It's an algorithm-based product. This allows at least you to have some semblance of skill, and we still have the virtual horses running. This is a supplementary product to regular horse racing. It's what they call like an in-between gamble session, so that you can keep customers gambling in the middle of their horse racing bets. But we also see this taking off significantly within cryptocurrency and people that trade stocks as well.
So that's linked to the real-time trading in that 5 minutes across the exchange.
Yeah, we use Crypto.com to run.
So
it's basically a bar graph, but instead of a bar graph, we represent it with horses. We can change it to cars, dogs.
Yeah. So the payout, say, the example you gave on a $2 bet on the trifecta paid out to $17,000. Is there algorithms that you have built in so that me and my 3 buddies that are placing $100,000 on that bet don't equally move around and you know, up the game on the 3 currencies that we picked in the trifecta to ramp up the growth on that so that they become the first.
Yeah, so a trifecta you can only bet $2, so it's
Oh,
still horse
gotcha.
racing rules, right? So
Yeah.
you can, it's only a $2 bet for like perfectas
Okay.
and trifectas. But the way parimutuel betting works is that all the money is basically pooled and set to where the bets go, and that determines the odds. So if you've been to like a horse race, you see the odds start changing. The odds aren't set until the horse race start. So you could go up and place like a 2-to-1 bet on a horse, but if a lot of action comes on a different horse, the odds will start going up, and you might have a 5-to-1. Even though you bet when it was 2-to-1, you don't lock your odds in. It's the same thing here. Your odds aren't locked in until that counter goes down. What you're doing is you're just betting on the horse you think is going to win, right? And then your odds payout is determined by the community.
Okay. Gotcha.
So what determines the selection of the competing coins?
Well, we're running just the top 12 coins by market cap. Yeah.
So are you running a common pool?
Yes, common pool. Well, we can allow for private pools as well. So what our goal with the product is to have a common pool, but if a provider wants to have just a private pool, we can segregate it. They can have a private pool and not be a part of the common pool bonuses. The reason why you would want to be a part of the common pool bonuses is that you can get the multi-million-dollar jackpots, stuff like that.
And it's not going to all be dollars, so you're going to presume other currencies.
Yes, all,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's going to
So you
be
can have multiple
whatever
currencies.
currency, correct.
And traditional stocks, are you going to start exploring with them?
What's that?
With traditional stocks rather than crypto, are you going to start entering into that business?
Yeah, we would do the top 12 of Nasdaq, S&P, and Dow by market cap. We will start there.
That's not volatile enough in 2 minutes, is it?
Do a longer
No,
race?
in 2 minutes you wouldn't be able to affect the market enough to swing it one way or another. That'd be extremely risky too. You'd be basically risking more money to try to move a crypto
Yeah.
versus what you can make on a bet.
Fantastic.
Good,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really good, man, John.